This game is literally silent. I do not know if there's sound or not. There's no sound at all. I'm not making this up. There's no sound. I have no idea whether or not if any sound is coming out from this fucking thing. Put some silly music in the background. True. How you doing? Up for it. How you doing? Alright, let's hope you guys are doing well. Hold down. I got something. I got you guys. Hold on. I got you guys. What's the one that goes fuck. What's the one that goes to fucking stupid shit? Hold on. I need to find it. Royalty free ukulele? No, I got something better. Is it this one? Oh, hell yeah. See, there we go. Alright, we're gonna be playing a game called Parasocial. It's such a silly game. The national anthem for the world, honestly. True. Yeah, today we're gonna be playing a game called Parasocial. This game is about a streamer. And that's about it. It's like, oh yeah, you're playing as a streamer. Well, it's gonna start a new game anyway. There you go. I don't know if there's any sound for this game. Oh, there's a sound. Oh, there's sound. Oh, fuck. The alarm is ringing. My mouse sensitivity is still fucking high. Every time! The stupid mouse sensitivity is so high. I have no idea why. Stop being so high. Apply. Okay, I need to stop this clown music right here. We need to stop the clown music right meow. Okay, WS enter. What? The space. Wait, what? Okay, we got like fucking email and stuff. What the? Hello? What's the music? Christmas already? It's not Christmas. It's fucking clown music because there's no. Literally, there's no sound on. Like in the start of the game, there's like no sound at all. So I was like, okay, why not we just put sound and then we clown music? That's about it. We put silly music, clown music. How you doing, sis? Anyways, we got Asuka, we got Mom, we got Chilla's Cafe. Also, this game is made by Chilla's Arts, which I don't know what other Chilla's Art game I've played. You know, hold on, let me check something real quick. I have the convenience store. I have Night Delivery, which I played before, and I have Parasocial. So those are the games that I have that are from Chilla's Arts that I have. How you doing, Gallia? How you doing, Clip Off? Hope you guys are doing well. We're playing a game called Parasocial. It's a game about streamer, and that's about it. I just watched a video of a game an hour ago, and now it's popping up in my streams. This game? Literally? How you doing, Dark Kirby God? You're just in time for me to start this game! Because I have no idea what this game is all about. I really just have no idea what this game is all about. All I know is that it's a game about streamers! And it's a game about stalking! And it's a game about, hey guys, do you have feelings for me? If you have feelings for me, go and, don't have feelings for me. That's why. That's it. I don't have my face cam. Oh, I don't have my webcam. I just made the fucking, e-boy face for some reason. I don't even know why. I have no feelings for you, or just horny. So I know everything. You should play it, definitely. We'll see about that. We're gonna go with Asuka. The Nikujaga. That sounds like a slur. that sounds like a slur. I know. Okay. Niku is beef. I don't know what Jaga is, but it sounds like a fucking slur. I hate it. I eat the Nikujaga made by us. Okay, I'll eat the Nikujaga. I need to stop saying that. This actually sounds like a slur. I made this in the fridge, so heat it up and eat it. Okay. Any more? Mom. Oh my god, guys, Mama! I gained more than 5,000 subscribers, guys! I feel so good because I gained 5,000 subscribers. People paid $5 just to watch me. Oh my god, I love this. Wait, hold on. I don't know much about Japanese or what language it is. This is a Japanese horror game, and it's made by Chillus Arts. And Chillus Arts have been making a lot of like horror games as well. That's what I would say. So yeah, my second favorite series got suspended yesterday. Now YouTube. What? No. You're still playing around like that? You have to grow up. Find a real job that get paid. Yeah, this is like my dad. Like, I tell my mom and dad like I don't tell my mom and dad that I stream. I just tell my mom and dad that, like, I just like do stuff online, or like I get paid by playing games online, and then they're like, yeah, sure, but do you get real money? I'm like, oh no, please don't tell them. Yeah, my goal is literally just to like be big again and shit. Be big again? No way. Be big. First big was my penis. Second big now is streaming. That's it. Mom, I'm Camgo. True. Anyways, can I go back? Okay, let's go back. Chillus Cafe. Introducing new menu. New menu. That's it. What is this new menu? Okay, sure. Whatever new menu is. Wait, so your penis went from big to small? Yeah. Let's start over. Blocked? Why do you block this person? God damn, you blocked someone. Rip to that person. He got blocked. Oh, feet! Feet! Oh, guys! It's feet! Yo! Holy shit! Oh, best game already. So first word of the stream is penis. First word of the stream right now is penis. That's about it. How you making ham? Hope you're doing well. Oh my god, feet! Yeah, oh my god, feet. I always remember you have to sniff the feet. If you see feet, you sniff the feet, and then you go, bro, what the fuck? True. If we would have found the store that one day things might go, yeah, true. Okay. So we're in a house. That's about it. We got a nice little kitchen right here. Why is it super fucking... Why is it so low? Why is it so low? Wait, hold on. VHS filter. Fuck the VHS filter. Let's apply that. Is that better? Does this look better? This doesn't look better at all. Like, what the fuck? Hold on. What if I put this game to Ultra? Something happened to my computer that it didn't like. I just heard a sound like... I'm like, what the flying fuck was that? Wait. Does this box just say Baka? Oh, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Sorry. Wait, does this box just say Baka? It just says Baka, Baka, Baka. Is it Baka? What the fuck? Okay. T-shirt? I'm just gonna put this back to high, because my computer seems to not like it, and I'm very scared that my computer is gonna like fucking burn or some shit. The Baka means idiot. Yeah, Baka means idiot. Is this T-shirt? No, that's not T-shirt. I don't know. I'm not really Japanese enough. I don't really know katakana, but I know a bit of hiragana. Oh shit, I'm a woman. I'm a chick. Oh man. Some of the signs have happy faces too. Meh. Meh. I'm a chick, but like that looks like a TV, more like a fuck. That looks like a TV more than a fucking mirror. Look, it looks like a TV. What the fuck? Okay. I can take a shower. Or a bath. You know what is funny? What is funny? Oh shit, the bathroom's right here as well. I mean, the toilet's right here. What the fuck? Holy shit, a bidet. Bidet system. Get a light bulb in the mirror. Oh yeah, true. Honestly, true. Oh shit. Yo, I'm a VTuber? My mom said I had to get a real job and I'm a VTuber? Oh man. That's honestly true though. I'm sorry. Nah, I do shit as well. Okay. Let's sit on my gamer chair, my pink gamer chair, and use my pink gamer headphones. Can I do something? Imagine being a VTuber? True. Imagine being a PNG tuber. Am I right? Haha. Not like me. Haha. Anyways, can I interact with anything at all? Oh, eat the. I forgot. Eat the slur word. That it feels like a slur, but it's not a slur at all. All right. The Nikujaga. This is literally that meme of the guy sitting on the bench turning into a chick. True. No, but you are a chick. See, you are a chick in this game. Look at this chick. You are a chick in this game. Okay, we got the warm Nikujaga. What is Jaga? Stream. It's stream. Use PC. Okay. Make sure before stream, run virtual me, have a game ready, hit stream. Oh no. Holy shit! You're a trans chick in this dimension, all VTubers are male? No way. No, I don't expect, like, I don't expect, like, most VTubers being, like, just male. You know? She looks like a nerd. No wonder she uses a VTuber! Is to cover up the ugliness of her. Hey, everyone, you know, if you ever use like a PNG or a VTuber model, you're just hiding yourself being ugly, okay? I'm ugly, so that's why I cover myself up. I don't want to show my face. I'm just ugly. He's playing himself. True. That's me right here. How you doing, Hey? Hope you're doing well. What you got in that PC? Oh my God, is this a is that 4090? No way is that a 4090. How you doing, Shay? Yeah, I'm fucking... Look, I'm ugly. See, I'm ugly. That's why I cover myself up. I'm transform. Oh my God! Ayaya! Ayaya! Watashi wa ayaya! Hey, yo! Can you open the OnlyFans account? It was worth money. Senra Nina is a great name too. Let's enjoy streaming today. Aim for 10,000 subscribers! Let's go! 10,000 subscribers and incoming! If I remember correctly, this game has no saves. This sucks. WASD eat it. What the fuck? E? Hold on, stream. Ohayo gozaimasu! Konnichiwa! Konbanwa! Watashi wa! Who's this person again? Senru! Desu! Shimasu! Whatever. Juho Desu! Konbanwa! I'll do my best. All I need. all I need to do. Oh, a Juho Japanese is gonna be banger. Dude, I actually spoke Japanese during my RTA Japan run, so this is gonna be weird to do this again. All I need to do is deliver these 2 pieces of paper. I hope I can clear this today. Just 2 more! Arigato gozaimasu! 400 dude, guys, it's going up in viewers! Oh my god, I am so scared right now. Whew. Dude, the viewership is just going up from here. Holy shit. Oewa chin daisuke nandayo. Imagine that the live chat of this game is connected to your actual Twitch chat. There's 2 more people to deliver. Yes. How far am I? True. Watashi wa need more papers to go. Watashi wa need 2 more papers to go. I have no idea where to go. I have no idea where to go. In the video game Shimasu. Run away. I'm trying to run away, you fucking Twitch chat. I mean live chat. Sorry, I had to concentrate on both the Twitch chat and the live chat at the same time. Don't get caught here. The backseat, yo, okay. This person is gonna backseat us. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Let's finish this. Wait, this is a game. Akamanto. Oh wow. Holy shit. Ah! Ah! Oh no! I just came. I just came. Is it over? Someone named Japan said, I just came. Is it over? Are you coming to my stream? Or are you coming to like the fucking VTuber model thing? I died. We had to start from beginning again. No saves is too cruel. K means arrive. I know. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Why am I getting 949 viewers but like only like only 5 chatters? What the fuck? Copium, man. This game is not suited for me. Do you have any other recommendations? Is there anything? If you'd be interested, try this. Oh my god, I thought it was saying, I thought that said like Newgrounds. It's like, wait, Newgrounds? Newgames.io / Nina Games. Wait, but like, what? Horror game only for Senra Nina. Oh god, is this? No. No, this is like the time that I got scammed. This is like the game that I tried to play when I got scammed like last year in the beginning of 2022. Fuck my life. Download it. Hold on. I gotta see something real quick on my phone because I got an email. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. Horror game only for Senra Nina. The plan is to update the game for every stream. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for the link. Let's take a look. Ah. New games site. It's a site that I always use. Playing someone in a game who is yes, of course. Let's try this game. Do I really try this game? Shimasu, desu, whatever thing you go on the back of like Japanese stuff because I don't speak a lot of Japanese. Why is my chat like fucking like it's stalled over 955 like viewers? Like Lamau? New game has been installed. Okay. Oh my god, no way. No, fuck me. Can you get out? Maybe check the entrance. What is this? Is this a gaming setup? Hey yo, is this gaming setup better than? Why is the gaming setup like among a pile of trash? All bot viewers? No way. Dude, this gaming setup is filled with trash. What the fuck? It's XQC's. Oh yeah, it's XQC setup. That is true. Oh my god, that is actually true though. SQC has this setup. Okay, we got 5-4. Wait, 5-4. I'm gonna just like look around as well. Hold on. Who is XQC? Is just some streamer that has trash all over his place as well. Like literally. Wait, 4, 5, 7. Okay, 4, 5, 7 something. Hold on. He's a menace? Yeah, he's a menace to society, honestly. Can I even look down? Q. What is Q? I can't do anything with Q. Okay, green 4. Red 5. Yellow 7. Okay. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It's, wait. Blue 7, actually. So it's... red 5, right? Red 5, blue 7, yellow 3. There we go. I did it. I clear! Yatta! Sugoi! Yatta! You go drop out of university, be right back. Alright, have a good one. Yatta! Everyone's like fucking... What the fuck? Wait. Why is everyone talking about my face? Oh no, everyone's talking about my face. Holy fuck. It was somewhat scary. There is a continuation, right? What? What do you mean, face? Oh no! My face so white. So white! What the fuck? They said my face is white. Brother! Unknown. Uh-oh. They figured you're ugly? Yeah, I'm ugly, man. They call me white. How you doing, Gilwin? Hope you're doing well. Keep streaming the games I've sent, otherwise bad things happen. Oh no, I blocked him. I blocked them. Whoops, sorry. Sorry, I blocked them. This is bad. My face got exposed during the stream. I also got a strange message from someone. What should I do? I'm scared. Asuka, please help me. Asuka. From Evangelion or whatever that fucking... Is it Evangelion? Whatever it is. Alright, let's see. What the fuck? Why is there... Oh, wait. That's not good. I'm sorry, but I'm at work. And can't talk right now. Can we meet tomorrow? I'll hear you out in person tomorrow. Don't overthink it. Yes. Thanks. I thought it would be a game about Killer Furry. No, it's a game about me being a streamer and me being a streamer being like that. And someone's gonna stalk me, that's for sure. Okay, there's no one there. Are they like in my house? No way they're gonna be like in my house or something. Fuck. Are you like in my house? Hello? Are you in my house? Okay, he's not in my house, I swear. Can I message to my mom instead? Like, Mom, please help me. Like, what am I supposed to do? Mom, I'm fucking scared right now. I'm always watching you. Uh-oh. Hello? Are you in my bed? I am your house in real life. You're hiding in my walls, man. Fuck. How are you hiding in my walls? No current threats. A virus was not detected. Oh no. Hey, Drev. Pick up trash. Oh shit. We're gonna pick up the trash. Collect garbage from the bins around your house. Oh no. There's no use blocking me. Just listen to what I say. Oh shit. Wait, so I blocked and then unblocked? What? Cool antivirus, by the way. Yes, you love horses. Don't spam it so much, man. No spamming. Stop spamming so much. Anyways. So that's the trash I need to throw. Okay, that's interesting. Wait. Get out. Your mom, true. Can I get her to trash? The fuck? How can I not get her to trash? Any hunting ground owners? Oh no, I don't have hunting ground. Cope. Wait, so I get her to trash like that. Okay. How could he write? No, we probably unblocked him or something. We were so scared that we actually unblocked him though. Okay, so it's a big fucking trash can. A trash bag, sorry. Dude, how did they find my fucking house? I live in a fucking high-rise that is like... That looks like... No way. I live in a high-rise. I'm that guy as of today. Yo. Yo. Let's go. You got that hunting ground. Hello? What do you live in a free Unity asset? I don't know. What's that thing called? I don't know. You saw it? Yes, I saw it. Drav has the hunting ground, and he's an owner of the whatever hunting ground it is, the PAL version of hunting grounds. Found his house, let's get him. Hello. Ohio gozaimasu. Wait. Ohio gozaimasu. I'm just gonna ignore what I saw. I'm just gonna ignore what I saw and just like go on my way. Cause that was weird. How do I throw this thing out? Maybe you're a famous person in real life as well, like you're the president VTubing on her spare time. I can't be. I live in a I don't live in like a fucking big ass area. I live in a small apartment. Do you think like as the president I'm gonna live in the fucking like whatever it is? Ohio gozaimasu? Dude, I look fucking small. I look like a 12-year-old. What the fuck? Why is a 12-year-old doing a what's a 12-year-old fucking doing a live stream or like a VTuber stream? That's the story of the game. You get doxed, yeah. Accurate. Stop! I'm short, yes, but stop! She's tall. No, she's not taller than me. I'm literally short. I'm as short as her. But she looks like 12. I don't know. I'm just short. Hey, yo, Poker Sweat. Very nice drink of Poker Sweat. Wait, do they have Pipsy? Hey, yo, they got Pippy. Is it PPC? Oh my god, PPC. Jewel, how tall am I? I'm 5'6". Oh, 5'5". 5'5", 5'6", around there. Whatever 167 is. Is it 165? I don't know. It's either 165, 167. I haven't taken my height in a long time, so I really need to, like, literally, like, check my height again. Yeah, I'm 5'5" or 5'6", around there. I'm fucking short. I'm literally a short guy. Bro, I can dominate you? True. Alright, Asuka. I'm almost there. I'll go to your entrance and wait in the house. Okay. I feel like that guy is already in my house. I feel like whoever that fucking delivery guy was, he's in my house now. Do you see the what the other person at the trash did? No, I did not. What the fuck? No, I don't know. I do not want to know. Just saying, I do not want to know. No spoilers, by the way. No backseating as well. So, exclamation mark backseat. I like how you didn't simply call the police. True. She doesn't want to call the police at all. Why am I wearing a fucking... Okay, weird question. Why am I wearing a sweater in whatever buttfuck... you know, whatever buttfuck, like, weather we have at the moment, or they have at the moment, which is, like, super hot. It looks super hot, though. But then again, like, fucking... 40 degrees out! No! I told you! We're fucking hot! In 40 degrees Celsius! This is literally hell! Why am I wearing a fucking sweater? I'm sorry. This is so fucking fucked. No. Yo, what's up? Hey, yo, you can be a VTuber. Honestly. Honestly, Asuka can be a VTuber. Okay, come in. I'm here. You okay? Did you sleep at all? You don't look good. We'll talk later. It's probably better for us to see the sun right now. Yeah, and get out of this 40-degree weather, of course. Alright, we got out of this 40-degree wet 40-degree room, whatever it is. I'll keep that you forever to stream for what? No, stop. Holy shit, look at how pixelated my fucking face is now. This guy's a big head. And a big fucking body. Is that Starbucks? Why do you have a Starbucks fucking coffee here? Don't force me, stop it. Oh, what am I supposed to do? Welcome. I'll be happy to take your order. I will take a iced coffee. Okay, iced coffee. Would that be all? Food menu. Matcha cake. Matcha cake. Please grab your order from the counter on the right. Finish ordering? I'll force you first. No, stop it. Stop forcing me. I'm still debating what to order. Could you hang around a bit until I decide? Oh, boobs are nice. Wait, so excuse me, young lady. Good evening. Konbanwa. I would like to ask you a quick question. Shimasu? Is that person over there your friend? Shimasu? You know, since you're the streamer, you have to do what we... No, stop it. Konbanwa. Is that person over there your friend? Kind of. Yes, that's good to hear. I happen to be quite a fan of the coffee they serve here. But the taste tends to change before something is about to happen. It began to taste off again. I can't help but find him suspicious. Him? Who's him? No matter how safe Japan may be, not everyone is in the right mind, so we must not let our guard down. That thing you looked at was the boiler temperature. Oh, it was the boiler temperature. Oh. Hey, Fox Sound Cat. Hope you are doing well. I didn't realize. I thought it was the fucking thermostat. I was like, wait. Because okay. In Singapore, we don't have a thermostat. We just have a fucking remote control for our, like our air conditioner. So I have a fucking... Okay, look. This is what I have. This is literally what I have. This is what I have. And I can just turn it on. That's about it. Look. This is what I have. And that looked like a thermostat for me. I don't know about like characters are the same in chat. I don't know. I just saw it as a thermostat and that's about it. But yeah, I hope you're doing well, Fox, Hound, Cat. Give me a sec. There we go. Face review. I'm ugly, guys. I'm ugly. Now you guys are gonna stalk me. Now you guys are gonna stalk me, and you can find my address. Only one guy in the chat knows my address, and it's one of my mods. Not everyone is in the right mind, so we must not let our guard down. I have a feeling we will meet again. Until then, take care. Is this guy literally gonna be our stalker? No way. No way this guy's gonna be our stalker. Can I get my food now? It's been a while, Mayumi. It's been a while. How have you been? It's been since high school graduation, right? How are things going? It's been a long time. Too bad we couldn't go to the same college. I know when you are coming, so... I don't know, it just looked like a thermostat to me at the time, so there's that. We were always together in our high school days. Time really flies. Lately, I've been trying my best to learn from my seniors at work. How about you, Mayumi? Yeah, work's been fine for me as well. Actually, I've been eyeing someone. He's my colleague. A colleague. Holy shit, her hand just goes through the table and the coffee. He's either the stalker or he's meant to make you think he's your stalker. Yeah, true. How you doing, Sovereign? Hope you're doing well. Why are you talking? No, it's not. No, we are eavesdropping on them. Other than out that room temperature won't be 40 by turning on your brain. Well, okay! 40 degrees Celsius would be a bad thing for, like, you know, for it being a heater, or even like, I guess for a shower, then sure. You know, he's both handsome and hardworking. He said he liked skinny girls. Oh, really? But you're eating a lot. But you're eating all of that? Yep, I'm in the mood for sweets and to become fat. So I'm seeing that you're trying to convince the guy to like the real you. Not really. I do want to be his ideal woman. Then you should stop eating, right? Meow. But that's different from this. It's not different. You're gonna gain weight. Oh, it'll be fine. A bite or two won't make me fat. Hey. Eat the sweets, fuck the guy. Fuck the guy or fuck the guy. Hey. You're already fat. Oh! Burn, bitch! And I can't stand you gaining even more. Is she actually fat? No way! With her tits sagging like that, she probably is. I'm sorry. Hello, Konbanwa. Hazaku-san. What the fuck is Hazaku-san? Where have you gone? You haven't finished teaching me yet. I can't go on without you, Hazaku-san. Minus 50 followers again. True. Honestly, true. Hold on. Give me a sec, bro. Give me a sec. I'm looking at stuff real quick. Oh, fuck! Wait, hold on. Oh, yes! Yes! Hold on, I need to actually, do a Google document real quick while I actually, you know, look at chat as well. I'm gonna look at chat as well, sorry. She probably just, let her melons loose. Probably. It could be like that, honestly. You're looking at, who's Y? I don't know who's Y. Oh, okay. I might do this later then. Okay, it's for RTA in Japan, because RTA in Japan is gonna be sending like a name tag for me, or like a runner's badge for me. So that's cool. I'm gonna get a runner's badge because I ran in RTA in Japan like a few weeks ago, and I spoke Japanese and such. But my Japanese is not really that good, as you can tell. But like, I can talk stuff, I guess, like casually in Japanese, I guess. 私はJuho desu. There's still so much to learn. Why? I have to go grab my order. Okay, thank you for your. Who the fuck are you? Why are you hooded up like this? Hooded man. This guy is scary. Hooded man. Is that the fucking stalker? Thank you for my cake and coffee. Iced coffee. That guy seems weird. Whoever that guy is, that guy seems weird. Your face. You said your face got exposed during a stream. What happened? My avatar was removed before I knew it. How was it even possible? Have you checked for viruses? I did and found nothing. Is that so? Is it possible that you got your PC got hacked? Do you remember what you did during your stream? I played a game a viewer sent to me. This has to be it. That's future me. Future me is gonna be a hooded person who's gonna be stalking other streamers? No way. Stop it. No. Stop. No. No, stop. They may be your fans, but you don't know who they are at the end of the day. You can't open random files like that. I clicked the link. Yeah, that's me, man. I don't play that game anymore, yeah? Yeah, about that. I want to stop, but... Is there a problem? I received a threat message after ending the stream. He told me to keep streaming the game. So that's what you meant by a strange message. This guy looks weird. That's terrifying. Ignoring it might make things worse. If the game itself seems okay, it may be better to continue streaming it. Who would do such a thing? One thing I can say is, viewers are all people you have never met. Oh god, that's true! Fuck! I've never met anyone these Okay, we have the raincoat killer next to us. Great, yet true. Guys, I've never met you guys before. Oh no! You guys are gonna haunt me! So there's no way of knowing what they're thinking. That's true, yeah. Yeah. Either way, you won't be in that much trouble just because some fans saw your face, right? What's the worst thing that could happen? Your house has auto-locked doors too, so security seems great. Don't think too much about it. I guess so. There's no use overthinking what's already happened, right? Oh, by the way, didn't you say you broke up with your boyfriend? Uh-oh. We have never met, but we all came to you. No! Oh, okay. You know what? We all arrived. You all arrived to me. Ah! Are you doing well? So wait, me. Hope you're doing well. You already met me, so you. I have not met you before, in real life. I've not met a lot of people in real life, other than like a few people and the mods that like the real life mods that I have as friends. I would say. We're not coming on me. Stop coming on me. Okay? We're not coming on me. Didn't you say you broke up with your boyfriend? Why did you? Sorry if I'm being insensitive. We just want a good match. I see. Shit happens, right? Well, if there's ever anything else, you can let me know. Come on now. No, stop it. Huh? What's wrong? Behind you. What? What? Don't scare me like that. I'm getting the creeps. Let's go home. I think this is a good place to stop. I'm more confused as how she twisted her neck. True. To look behind as well. Like, she doesn't, like, move her body. She just, like, look. She twisted her neck back like that. It was great talking to you. Call me again anytime, okay? See you later, then. I'm kind of scared of the hooded guy now. We didn't see how you... Ah! No! 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 Fuck! Dude, we are gonna get fucked. No. No, we're gonna get fucked. Okay. Okay. I swear, if that guy comes out right now from that elevator, I'm gonna be so fucked. Okay. I locked the door. Stream? Now? Now stream? Hey, yo, it's actually like... It's actually really true though. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, is this... Okay, yeah, I guess it's just a shower. Whatever this is, yeah, it's just a shower. Okay, let's stream, guys. It's like literally 7:30, honestly. Use PC? Yes, we're gonna use the PC right now. Alright, let's transform myself. We play the game. And then we stream. Ohayo gozaimasu! Konnichiwa! Whatever it is. Was yesterday's face review okay? The police are the enemy. I'm looking forward to it. I'm supposed to help a lady not get caught by the police. Okay. Wait, what? Since you're saving her, maybe she's a princess? We're saving a princess? Ipobuki place. It actually looks really creepy though. Hope you're doing well. What is this? Maybe you're supposed to lower it? What? Hey, yo, a door? Hello. Wait. I like how the police just walk by me. I don't even know what's happening, honestly. Doing good? Hell yeah. Hello. Arigato! Wait, are we supposed to bring this lady out of here? Okay. Sure. Hey, Lef. Wait, where am I supposed to go then? Oh, cleared! Well, we cleared it! Poggers! Yatta! Sugoi yatta! Blocking the chat with the horse avatar and the quest with the donation bot. True. We cleared it. It seems like this is the end of the stage. I enjoyed the depth of the game system. I enjoyed the depth of the game. The game systems compared to the last one. Well then, we have cleared the mission, so we will end stream for today. Guys, we have only streamed for like 10 minutes. I've got 3,500 viewers. That's about it for me. I just only needed to stream for 10 minutes and that's about it, man. Truly impressive. He managed to block all the most important. What? I can see. Okay, let's take a bath. Oh shit. There we go. We're filling up the water. The 40-degree water. Finally. Who even watches a live stream for longer than 10 minutes anyways? I don't know. Some people do. They put the live stream on lurk, I guess. Holy shit! What is with my face? No, wait. Hold on. Wait, no way. Are you serious? Oh, wait. Oh my god. Am I going naked? No! I thought we were gonna see tits! No way! I thought we were gonna see tits! Buddha! Okay. Well, we're relaxing, am I right? Alright. What are we gonna do now? It's a game based on your life, so of course you'll never see tits. No! How dare you! What am I supposed to do? Oh shit! Buddha! Oh wait. I'm actually opening and closing the door. What the flying fuck? Hello? What am I supposed to do? Huh? Wait, what? What the fuck? What am I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? Uh-oh. Loading? Is he literally in my fucking bed? I swear to god, if this guy's in my bed right now. The hooded guy's in my bed. I was so scared I couldn't sleep well. That was a psychic phenomenon yesterday, right? I don't think I have spiritual senses. Should I ask someone? Feet? Yeah, feet. Honestly, feet. Okay. Chillis residents. I'm Miyamoto, the manager of the condominium. Please get in touch with me anytime if there's any problems. 098-123-70845. I'm worried about yesterday. Should I call the manager? Call the manager. Call the manager. There's a fucking stalker in my fucking house, honestly. I'm already scared. I'm Miyamoto, the building manager of Chillis residence. I have a question. Excuse me, but do you happen to reside in Chillis residence? Could you please tell me your room number? Room 705. Room 705, you must be Miss Nina. What can I do for you? I would like to know the history of this room. History? Are you asking if your room is a... wasn't this one of the... Yeah, this is like a fucking reference to their other game. Stigmatized property. Or something like that. Stigma these nuts! No, nothing of that sort has happened before. If there was, we are obligated to notify you before you move in. So there is no need to worry, but if something unusual happens, it could just be your imagination. Either way, it probably has nothing to do with the apartment itself. But if something does happen, let's say, for example, you get into a stalker incident. Hey Tamaguchi, hope you're doing well. The game is from those guys that make they made a convenience store, and they made a lot of other games as well under the name Chill's Arts. And then they also made a game called Stigmatized Property, I think, if I'm not mistaken. This game is all about like you being as a streamer, and like there's a stalker, and they found my address because I showed my face. Oh, this is why I don't show my face, guys. How's the game? The game's going okay so far. There's some silly stuff, but it's going okay so far. We can provide a consultation on such matter. So if anything else comes up again, please feel free to contact us. Now, if you would excuse me, like shut the fuck up, and I will leave. Is this the time for me to stream? Yo, I'm gonna stream. You may find it fun now, but it's not something you can do forever. I can't support you even if I want. No, this is like my parent. God, no. Real. Cause I'm full-time streaming. Like, this is real. Stigmatized property is a common English term. It's not a fucking reference. I thought it was a reference to the other game as well. I don't know. I've never heard of stigmatized property before. Like, yeah. But this feels so real. Yeah, that feels so real. Like what the mom said. Like, cope. I find it very copium right now. This guy in my fucking... Okay, this guy's not in my closet. That's all I need to know. This guy's not in my closet. Alright, I'm going to continue yesterday's game today. It seems similar to yesterday. She doesn't even see the chat at all, like, rip. Oh shit, I died. Wow. Didn't realize. Don Mai. Ah, you got caught! Next time! Okay, wait. Hold on. Do I really need to bring the lady again? Okay, hold on. So it's just bringing ladies towards the red door. Okay, you're there. Okay. Now if you need to find a lever, then... What? Raiko? You named her Raiko? Asset sales prices, I guess. I don't really know anything about like stigmatized properties anyways. That's good to know. Oh, here we go. Lever. We could actually fucking... Yay! We found lever! Like, fucking... Shut up, chat! Shut up! Shut up! Don't... Stop backseating me! Oh my god, the chat is literally backseating me right now. My dude. My dude said, did you enjoy your bath yesterday? Oh, that's creepy. Dude, can you like fuck off? Please? I'm trying to get in here. Okay, there we go. We made it through. Where do I go? Oh my god! I was about to say, why is the game lagging? Oh god! The TV turned on on its own. Is it broken? Maybe my room is cursed. Heh, as if. Wait, where am I supposed to go? This way. This is thrilling. Yeah, this is scary, honestly, to me. Fucking shit just happened. No, I'm losing viewers. How am I losing viewers right now? Dude, I had like 5,000 viewers the last stream. Now I have 1,471 viewers. What the flying fuck? Hey, Zeon. Heh. Eh. Who's hungry? It's perfect timing, so let's finish for today. I'll be back tomorrow, so please come check it out. They realize you suck ass? True, honestly. I'm so hungry. I'm going to... Okay. No. You're not gonna die because you're hungry. Or is there something in the oh, yeah. Oh, guys. I'm hungry. I need food now. Oh, or else I will die. Of course. What should I do? Uber Eats! Ah, yes, we're gonna get Uber Eats. It sounds good. Alright, we're gonna buy the... Is this the Nikujaga again? Hey, yo, the Nikujaga. God, it really just sounds like a fucking slur whenever I say Nikujaga. So I just have to wait for the thing to arrive, I guess? Oh. Hey, yo. Someone give me flowers. Hey, yo. User eats. Get some McDonald's. I just got flowers. Okay, guys. I'm gonna look at the door while I go to the bathroom. So, I'm gonna head to the bathroom real quick. So, you guys watch over the door for me. If there's something that's going on, it's your fault, okay? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Okay, I'm back. We're back in this. Hello? Can I get my Nikujaga? This is Uher. You her. Me her? Me her? You her? She her? Pronouns? That looks like Joe for rip true. What's your order? Takoyaki? Oh, is it wait, is taco? No. No, it wasn't. My apologies. It was pizza, right? No. Hold up. You're that VTuber that got their face exposed, right? Today's a good day. I've been supporting you for a long... Oh, no. Guys. Guys. They found me. They found me and my facial features. Oh, no. All because I revealed my face once. That's no good. Please keep up the good work. What about the order? Man, I'm so glad I met you. Also, not a great idea to open the door without a security chain. Please be careful. Wait, but where's my fucking food? What was that guy? Oh boy, I'm so hungry. Screw it. Let's go to the convenience store. He just wants the tip. Dude, what if I just jump down from here? You don't deserve... God, but hey, Shay! I'm dying! I'm gonna die! Dude, she looks like a fucking baby. You promote... No, I mean like jump down to that marker right there. You know, some games will let you jump down and you don't take fall damage, you know? See? He said it! He said the name of the other game. The convenience store. It's the reference. It's a reference. You're Miss Nina, is that correct? Who? It's Miyamoto. Why the fuck does she look like a fucking baby? Damn, what a cutie building manager. How you doing, Ludwig? Hope you're doing well. You're a building manager. Excuse me, but do you live alone? It's dangerous for a girl to live alone. What about a boyfriend? No one at the moment. At the moment, huh? Somehow I get the feeling you were with someone until recently. What a waste. Why did you break up? Was he a bad person? Was there that bad of a reason? Those buildings on the left? True. Oh, pardon me. I'm being too nosy, aren't I? Well then, I'm the manager here. If anything happens in this building, you know who to call. Why does the manager look like that? It's so weird. It's Shigeru Miyamoto. Shigeru Miyamoto. It's the guy, it's that guy. From, Miyamoto. I don't even know who Miyamoto is. Nintendo. Nintendo? What the? Dude! I'm on your game, bitch! Bitch! I broke your game! That's it! I broke your game! I broke your game, bitch! That's it! That's it! I broke your game, bitch! Nope. That's it! I broke the game! That's it! No more game anymore! I broke the game! Weird reflection. True, I broke the game, man. So what am I gonna do? Miyamoto is the dude from Nintendogs. Oh yeah, I guess. I mean, it's Nintendo, right? It's still Nintendo. You are the ghost. Case closed. Yeah, true. I am indeed the ghost. Oh my god, we're going to Dyson. Wait, can I not go to Dyson? Oh my god, no! I can't go to Dyson because I fucked up! No, I fucked up! Wait, what happened? I went out of bounds. And I had to go back inbounds. Hold on. What the fuck was that? Yeah, I'll go back inbounds. Fuck my life. Okay, hold on. Let me try to go back inbounds then. Yeah, I went out of bounds, so I'm kind of a bit fucked. Can I still go back inside the lift though? Please tell me I can. No way, I can't go back inside the lift. This might be a problem. Yeah, this might be a problem. I can't go back inbounds. No, I went out. I went out. And then this place is like super fucking open right now, which is not supposed to be that open. Can I go back inside? Wait, hold on. Stupid is as stupid does. Whatever it is from Forrest Gump. Stupid is as stupid does. Does that work now? Okay. Does that work now? Try going up again. We'll see. Okay, you know what? Yeah, we'll try going up again. But I know I broke the game. Like Lamau. Is it bringing me up or bringing me more down? Okay, it brought me up. Okay, it brought me down. Okay. Now does it work? Okay, whatever. We're just gonna go with it then. I kind of just went out of bounds and I was like, huh. Is this thing supposed to be wide open? It can't be, right? I don't even know. If not, I had to restart the game again and it's gonna be so bad. Bum 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 bum. Can I go now? Why can't I go? Oh, I can go now! Poggers! Oh shit, hi. Hello? I only came to buy dinner. Only dinner. I'm starving today, so one is probably not enough. On days like this, I had to buy alcohol and drinks. Alcohol and drinks. Uh-huh. Yo! Wait, where's the hentai magazine? Yo, any hentai magazine? Hey, yo, the pussy magazine? Hell yeah! We got that pussy magazine. Is that a femboy magazine? Tamaki. That looks like a femboy magazine, honestly. Yeah, that looks like a femboy magazine. Where's B-Stars? True. Is that dude like looking at me so strange? Furukon. Whoo! I don't know anything about Japan, sorry. I would really want to go to Japan someday. I think it's pretty cool to go. Holy shit. Holy shit, this guy, this person, this chick is super big. I can't get a drink. Oh, I had to get a drink. That's Juo. I'm super. No, that's Xeon. Xeon, you're super fat, honestly. Smile. We'll get that. Fat phobic? No, please don't. I swear, guys, I swear. Curry or kapu noodle? Kapu noodle. Whatever this thing is. Okay, cup noodle. Can get a cup noodle. And then we get a I guess we get this. This is fancy. We get a drink. Anything else? Triangle rice things? I'm not gonna get those. Oh my god, the hooded man is just right there. I'm scared. Ice cream. I want some. Dude, this person wants some ice cream. Where am I gonna get the ice cream though? Hit. Onigiri? Yeah. I think onigiri is cool, but like, I don't really eat them. What's the chocolate ice cream? I guess we'll just get this. Is this guy staring at me? Like, holy shit, dude. After eating ice cream, I'm going to want something salty. What the fuck? Brother. Yo! Apple chips with a fucking... Holy shit, her tits are big. Sorry. Ayaya! Ayaya! No, not like come, stop it. I guess we'll take this then. Is that it? Just one last thing. What looks good? On here? Jesus, I'm gonna be fucking fat. Is that fucking what the fuck is that? That looks like one of the fucking people what was it called? Nightmare on Elm Street. No, it's not the, it's another one. Whatever it is. Vegetable chips are disgusting. True. You pretty much are. Smile. Okay, let's get. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Sayonara. Hi. Been a while. Oh shit, this is the ex-boyfriend! Rikia, please don't run. I have something important to tell you. Stop. You're blocking me, aren't you? That's why I came to talk to you directly. Your friend is acting suspiciously. No, I don't want to hear it. Come on, don't say that. Hear me out. Hey, you there. What are you doing? I have evidence. Send me a message. What? He just got reprimanded like that? Holy crap. My dude just got reprimanded. Reprimanded, whatever. Oh shit! Uh-oh! Stranger danger! Guys! Stranger danger! What am I gonna do, guys? I'm scared! Hug him? No way! I'm gonna run the fuck away right now. Oh no! Are you serious? Should I bought some? No. Yeah, that's right, bitch. What if I just clip myself into that fucking elevator then? Oh, what happened? Save and go up again. I can't save. There's no safe. Is there ever a safe? Phone. Yeah, I don't have a safe. There's no safe. Anyways, let's see about mommy real quick. Mommy. No, it's the same. It's still the same message. Rip. It's still the same message about like, hey, you should find a real job. I'm like, oh no, it's too real. That's a smiley. That's a smiley. Is this guy gonna rush into the fucking elevator again? Yo, we've done it. We're saved. He didn't get into the elevator at least. Oh, what the fuck? Hello? He just literally bashed through the door. What the flying fuck? Dude, if he fucking... Mom, you are my... Oh, no. No. No, 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 no. No! My dude! What? Wait! Wait. No, 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 no. That's it, guys. I'm dead. This guy found my apartment. You know what? I'll go to this one instead. Fine, I'll go to my... I'm being followed. I'm really creeped out. I'm scared. He found my home. What do I do? Uh-oh. Can I put my food in? Oh. Call Food Panda? True. Are you at home now? Did you lock the doors? Yeah, it's an auto lock, so it's locked. Should I call the police? It may be better to refrain from them from now. Without much evidence, I doubt the police will do anything, even if they come. You might provoke the guy, so it's dangerous. Yeah. But it might be better... Oh my god, holy shit. How are they typing so fast? Dude, they're typing super fucking fast. Holy fuck, that's super fast. Okay, wait. Oh, stop! Okay, wait. Wait. Okay. Wait, stop it. Wait. But it might be better to at least consult with the police. It's dangerous to go out tonight. I think it's better to go to the police box directly tomorrow while it's still bright out. They should take you more seriously than over the phone. Alright. So, what do you mean he found your home? Who's he? Some guy followed me and he saw me entering my room. That's scary. I wish I could come right over, but I'm away for work tomorrow as well, so I can't go with you tomorrow. Will you be okay? Yeah, I'll manage somehow. I'm worried. It's probably the same guy that sent the weird message. Make sure you go to the police box tomorrow morning. Be careful. Oh wait, don't stress too much. Be careful. Message me again. Okay, I understand. Thanks. Are you sure you can trust everything your friend says? What about what your ex said? Is it okay to ignore him? Are there others you can trust? Is it okay to rely on just one person? If it were me, I'll get more allies. Well, you're fine on your own because no matter what you do, you are all mine. God damn, should I unblock Riria? I don't know. Is it really okay? Sure. I'll unblock my ex-boyfriend. What do you mean my friend is suspicious? Are you talking about Asuka? You unblocked me. Thank you. Asakao-san. This is all your Asakao-san, but as well. But recently, your face got exposed during a stream, right? How do you know? Sorry, I was watching Senra Nina's stream. So it's not mine. Okay. Well, even if I didn't watch the streams, the story was spreading everywhere, so I probably would have found out. Were you hacked? I'm not sure, but I ran an antivirus scan and it was fine. Never mind that. What does this have to do with Asuka? I think Asuka-san has something to do with the whole thing. This whole thing, sorry. Take a look at this. Oh. What is that? Jewel-san. What is this? I just happened to see her talking to the suspicious guy today. I also don't want to believe it. No way your best friend is. But if I see something like this... Besides, Asuka-san is the only one that can enter your house freely, right? I can't help but find her suspicious. I know it's tough for you, but think about it. Real Asuka? That's impossible. But that photo, I have no choice. I have to block her. Now you're gonna block Asuka? No way! What the fuck? Bruda! So now I blocked Asuka. I'm scared. No. Why is it showing my VTuber model? It's just showing my VTuber model. Hello? Abandoned by your best friend, forever alone, just like me. I'm here alone, living in darkness. You see? We're the same. No one will come and save you. We are not allowed to be with another human being. Living in darkness, like all streamers, we live in just our house alone. That's it. It's gone now. The face when you get a sub for a channel you do not follow. Hello. How are you doing, Undercode? Hope you are doing well. We're playing a game, and it's spooky, and we are a VTuber. Where's my mirror now? What the fuck? Face? Oh, wait. What the fuck am I supposed to do now? Huh? I mean, few in this case. Yeah, true. What the fuck? Wait, I can open up the blinds? I didn't realize I can open up the blinds, honestly. Holy shit. I have no idea what to do right now. Not yet, hold on. It's probably just going outside or something. But I can't really go outside at the moment. Stuck in the mean game with 2 locations. Scalar, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Thank you, fans indeed. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Dude, I can walk on the TV? In the TV? Hell yeah. Buddha. That is cool. Okay, hold on. I'm being all panicky, that's why. Take things slow right now. Okay. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. Nothing in here. I feel like I can sleep. Oh, I need to sleep, but there's no way I can sleep at the moment. Dude, the blinds are just like fucking annoying at the moment. Wait, can I not sleep? Huh? Huh? Hold on. Ugh. Okay, nothing in here. Nothing in there. Nothing in these. There is nothing in here as well. Why is my mirror gone, honestly? My mirror's gone. Okay, the toilet's not there. Hello? Bye-bye. He just ran away like that. The fuck? Oh, hello? Oh my god! He's in my house! He's in my house! That's it! I'm gone! I am gone forever! Shit, he's in my house. No way. Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! You revived. What? How did I revive? Are you dead? Why is there a live chat going on? Kill them! What? Don't kill! No killing! Please! What's happening? Hold on. Wasn't there a screwdriver somewhere? What the fuck is happening? What? Wait, am I supposed to find a screwdriver? Oh my god, dude, no. No. No, 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 no. Dude! Get out! Get out of my fucking house! You're supposed to stab him with a screwdriver. Stop! Stop it, dude! Do not backseat me! This is literally backseating! Oh, fuck! Wait, he's here. He's here right now. Uh-oh. Die. Oh, I'm so fucked, man. Oh my god, he left. Where's the screwdriver? Where is the screwdriver, please? Please. Get me the screwdriver. Where is the screwdriver? Lol. Lol. That's Heisei. No, sorry. That's Xeon right there. This goes lol. And then Heisei is like die. Because Heisei is a fucking Heisei is a cunt. Oh fuck! Hey yo, turn back. Turn around. Hey yo! You didn't see me. Where's the screwdriver? Where is the screwdriver? Oh god. Can he see me from here? Where's the screwdriver? You're supposed to stab him with a screwdriver? Wasn't there a screwdriver somewhere? Where is the screwdriver? Where do I have a screwdriver? Fuck. Did I see a screwdriver just now? Hello? Oh. Believing random crap chatters say copium, man. Oh, hi. Oh fuck! Hello. Ah! I need to actually hide. Let me actually hide first. Give me a sec. Let me actually like go somewhere and hide. Okay. Okay. As soon as the guy comes in here, right? Or can I just like fucking, you know, like can I just like no clip my way into other rooms while he's not seeing me? I don't even know if he's gonna see me. Where is he? Okay, okay, he's there, he's there, he's there. He's there, but I need him to just go that side then. Why is this guy such a creep? Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, it's here, it's here, it's here, screwdriver. Oh my god. Okay. Die, bitch. Die. Oh man. Okay, so I need to get that screwdriver and then do something about it. Okay. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay. Okay, that makes sense now. So I had to wait it out. I'm just gonna wait it out, I guess. The only time that I had to wait it out right now is just to wait it out. Oh fuck! Oh! Hi! Sorry! Oh my god! I'm so sorry, dude! He's like, he was literally right in front of me! I was trying to take the fucking screwdriver, he was right in front of me! This is way more exciting than when I saw this game yesterday on another stream. Yeah, that's because I bring in the stupid, like, the personality. That's what it is. I make my personality stupid as fuck. Oh my god, he's just there. There we go, we stabbed him! He's dead! My dude's dead! GG! He died! Oh. What?! No way! This is like the fucking Fatal Frame! This is like Fatal Frame, my dude! Just walked in and I died! Was this a dream? No way, this is not. Yo, feet? Hey, yo, feet? Wait, I'm back? I'm back to normal? Was this all a dream? A dream. Thank God! That was scary. I slept so long, but I still feel so tired. Oh, right. I had to go to the police. It's already evening. I was planning to stay awake until morning. I had to go consult about the stalker. I have to go before it gets dark. I'm so tired. Wait. Are you serious? Was this all a dream this whole time? No way this thing was just a dream this whole time. Excuse me. When I'm not gonna do feet review. Some VTubers actually do feet review. What the fuck? Why would they want to do a feet review? Alright, we're gonna go to the police station now for the homies. Okay, what you guys, here's the thing. Even if it's $20, would you ever send someone feet pics for money? Oh shit. Konnichiwa, konbanwa. Hello, hey there. Is something the matter? I wanted to ask about something. I think so. Boo. Bro. Bro said $20 is $20. Is that so? Then let's go somewhere we can talk, shall we? So not at the police box? No. Wait, what? You feel more nervous talking in the station, right? We get more people like that often. Let's go to a nearby park. Huh? Police is gonna bring me to a nearby park? No, what the fuck? Why is the nearby park looking like this? I understand. You may have been hacked. On top of that, you are also being stalked. A hacker and a stalker. They are probably the same person, but sadly, without any evidence, there isn't much we can do. If you ever experience being stalked again, please get in touch with me directly. It would take too long if you called the police. I'm always near this police station. Oh, that's the back of the police station. Oh shit, okay. I should be able to be there straight away. I'll give you my phone number. Please give me a call anytime. I will be extra careful when I patrol around here. Cute cop. Ayaya. Hey Vile, hope you're doing well. So please do not fear. Good luck with your work. I'm rooting for you. Ayaya clap. Ayaya police officer. Call me instead of the yeah, not sus at all. Yeah, true. Maybe he's the stalker instead, trying to become a police person. Is it really okay? I'm worried. I'm scared. Is this person in my house now? God, if this person is like literally in my house. I'm still scared. Call Asuka. Do I really want to call Asuka? Yes. Am I sure I want to contact them? Yes. Do it. Unblock her. Unblock. Boom. Unblocked. Sorry, I had you blocked. I just don't know who to trust these days. I know I'm being selfish. But can you come? I'm really scared. I want you by my side. It's almost time for me to start streaming though. Okay. Oh wait, what? Oh, it wasn't marked as it wasn't being marked as red because I was blocked. Don't worry about it at all. I got off work early today and I'm close by. I'll be there right. I'll be right there. Just came into the stream and Joe is already asking me to come. Can you come, Wonder Greek? How you doing, Wonder Greek? Hope you're doing well. So do I just stream? Oh wait, okay, sure. Why haven't I been asked to come? Don't come. Stop coming. Stop come now. Don't come. Stop come. Where the fuck am I? Oh, I'm in the bathroom. Why am I in the bathroom? Of all places, I'm in the fucking bathroom. Ohayo gozaimasu! It's Asuka! Asuka-chan! Asuka-san! Chan, whatever. I'm glad I could come right away. Sure. Are you okay? Were you stalked again? No, that's not it. I just feel very uneasy. I see. Did you talk to the police? I did. I hope they really do something. I hope so too. I'm really sorry I blocked you. You don't need to worry about that. I understand things are rough. I'm glad you're still relying on me like this. Asuka can come but not me. Yeah, Asuka can come. I was shown a photo of you with that man. A photo with that man? Oh! Are you talking about the time a strange guy spoke to me nearby? I knew something was up. So he was the stalker you kept mentioning. You keep mentioning. Sorry. Yikes! He came out to me out of nowhere and was like, He was the one who approached me, but he didn't say anything. When I tried to leave, he would stop me, and he wouldn't say a single word. I thought maybe he was lost or something, so I waited. but nothing, as he just walked away. So someone had been taking pictures. I'm sorry I suspected you. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Anyone would be skeptical if they were shown something like that. So what should I do? You just want me to be you just want me to be here? Yes, please. Alrighty. I really want you to take a break, but that's not possible, is it? Doing decent had some bad news last night. Aw. Hope today will cheer you up, and hope the next couple of days will cheer you up as well. It might be time to consider moving. Yo. Face towards my face on your titties? Hell yeah, brother. Alright, she's gonna watch me, I swear. Use PC? Yes. Alright, she's gonna watch me stream, am I right? Wait. She just disappeared. Oh, she's just, wait. Hey. Sorry to bother. Is it not a bad time? Is it? I checked the fridge, but there was nothing to eat. I'll get something from the convenience store real quick. No, I want you to stay. It'll be alright. It's very close. But still, I'll be back in a jiffy. I will be right back. Alright, bye. Wait. Why is there double W's? Why is there two W's? Q-W-E-R... Wait, is that an F? What the fuck is A-S-W? A-S-W? Is that double E's? Huh. Stream started. We're going to continue yesterday's game today. I wonder what kind of game it will be today. This is the streamer that got a face exposed, right? Oh shit, dude. That is true. You will get fed if you only eat konbini food. Oh no. They knew. This is a porn game? True. How you doing, Mate? Hope you're doing well. Wait. Don't tell me. This place is... Oh no, this is my house. What's wrong, guys? What's wrong? Shit. You good? Hell yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Some guy is coming to my house. Oh no. Oh no. Is it true? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Where is he? I feel a bit sick today, so I'll be ending stream early. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry that you had to watch, like, 2 minutes of streaming. Guys, I feel sick. Like, 2 minutes of streaming, I just feel sick today. I'm sorry. Uh-oh. Oh, shit! I saw it! There was a phone right there just now! Someone was streaming! Someone was taking a... Oh, shit. Is he in my fucking... Oh my god, he was recording me? While I was taking a bath? No way! He was filming me sleep? No way! Bruda! This guy's a big creep! Holy shit! Hey, Top. This is terrifying. I have to contact someone. The police. We'll call the police right now. He just wanted the feet. Yes, he wanted the feet pics. Nothing much. Hello. Oh, you're from earlier. Why the police? Because why not? I'm in some trouble. I need help. The stalker you mentioned before? Got it. Please wait right there. What should I do? I have to hide until help comes. Why the police? I don't know. Did you enjoy the game? I really want to see you. We can meet today. Well then, see ya. I'm heading over now, so be ready. I'll give you 1 minute. 1 minute? What should I do? I have to hide it before. I have to hide it? Hide? Who's it? The phone? The computer? The policeman? Before he comes. You know what? I know. I'm gonna hide my dildo before he comes. I hid my dildo before he comes. I have to protect myself. What should I do? That's right, a weapon. There has to be something I can defend myself with. What is the thing that I can... I'm getting a heart attack. Wait, are you actually getting a heart attack? If you are getting a heart attack, please... take care of yourself, honestly. 30 seconds! Yeah, please take care of yourself right now. Unless you're talking about the game. Like... Yeah. 20! Oh! Oh, it's the game. Yeah, true. 10. 2, 1. I've come. I have came. I have orgasm. Hell yeah, it's a baby. Where the fuck is Asuka? Asuka? Shinji Krendeck, soldier boy. Okay, Asuka. Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo. Ah, shit! Do you think you can escape in such a small place? Holding a weapon like that, it's all pointless. This isn't a game, you know. Oh. Did I get caught? Wait, what the fuck? Where the fuck am I? Oh shit! Who the fuck is right behind that? Oh, yo, what? Wait, what the fuck happened? Oh my god, she has a knife! She has a fucking knife! I saw on the Elysian Long visited Vietnam. Hey yo. I'm glad Rikia came. Rikia? Why the fuck does he wanna come? This game broken? It has a lot of jank. It has jank. I'm glad someone actually has an orgasm. Afterwards, the police officer who consulted with me informed me the stalker had been caught. That man was a fan of Senra Nina. As he watched my streams daily, I'm told he began to fall under the illusion that I was his girlfriend. Whoa, dude, if you ever if you ever think that a VTuber is gonna be your girlfriend, think again, man. Ah, yes, I would like who's that fucking doggo person again? Whatever that doggo person is gonna be like my girlfriend, think again, man. I watched you for 2 years. I'm gonna fall into the... Yeah, you're gonna fall into the illusion that I'm gonna be your boyfriend. Guys, I'm gonna be everyone's boyfriend right now because I'm a fucking horse. The act of misconstructing your relationship with an online media personality and even under the illusion that you are in an intimate relationship is called parasocial. VTubers have like zero chance of being your girlfriend. Oh, guys, cope. Guys, I need a girlfriend right now. I'm gonna go and find VTubers to be my girlfriend right now. It seems that there are many incidents like mine. They told me to stay cautious in the future. After the incidents, I felt immensely in debt Indebted in debt to Rikia for helping me, I decided to go out with him again. Wait, you felt sorry for Rikia and you wanted to go out with him again? No way! What about all the VTubers who date people they met on... Yeah, true. Hello, boyfriend. I'm back. Why are you having a dark demeanor? He was the stalker all along. He's not even a stalker. There's another person who was a stalker. Hey, you're spacing out. Well, I guess it can't be helped after all that trouble. But now you have me by your side, right? Yeah. Imagine running this on GDQ. True. Together, strong, forever. Yatta! Well then, I'm going to pick some flowers. In the no, God, no! You're gonna pick flowers in the restroom? Go fuck yourself, man. Nina! I'm sorry if what I did or said made you feel bad. Ah, yes, we're totally gonna pick flowers in the bathroom. Asuka. But if you could at least see this, is it okay? Yeah. Huh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The boy, if I had believed in Asuka. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Asuka, don't talk to us. You. Wait, what? I really have to retry this again? This game is goofy. It's very goofy. Okay, I have to retry it to get the good ending now. Hey, Ingimar. Time for me to get the good ending now. Pretty sure everyone knew it because it was damn obvious. It was damn obvious as it was the boyfriend, but like, you know, like, the game dev has multiple endings anyways. That's cool. Wait. So now do I have to pick no? Wait. I can't pick no. So I really have to fucking... Oh, no. Can you try all 4 endings? And there's 4 endings? I only got one ending. It says make the wrong choice. But I don't know how to even make the right... I don't even know how to make the right choice now. Like, how do I even make the right choice? Get the true ending. Oh, wait, no, this... Okay. Okay, there's 2 endings. No and then yes. Oh fuck. Oh true. Okay, hold on. Let me do this thing again then. Continue. Continue to this one? Don't fool yourself, you only know how to make the wrong... Everyone's gonna make the wrong choice! I should probably run this on the worst on the worst games? Usually if he runs like games that are like the worst games marathon or something like that, it's probably on April Fools. Cause I know that he runs games on April Fools as well, or he runs like shitty games on April Fools as well. No. Yes, there we go. Stream. We're gonna stream. Alright guys, we're gonna stream. I'm on a live stream. Guys, I'm on a live stream. Ohayo gozaimasu! I think Dead Rising 4 is an okay game, honestly, but the weapon slot was the problem I found. Yeah. Phew. Phew. Wait, don't tell me this place is... This is my place! What the flying fuck? Okay, hold on. Can I go in the elevator? Alright, there we go. Hey, Oceanic. Hope you are doing well. Dude, I'm getting like 1,000 viewers, honestly. Like, Lamau. Why can't my stream has 1,000 viewers, Copium? God damn, hello! Hello, head. Hey, J Games. Okay, we have to, like, do this all over again. Dude, that's disgusting, man. You heard me like masturbate. Like it's like the sound of me masturbating in the water. It's like that. I do 50% like RE6. I have not like finished RE6 because I used to want to play with a co-op person, but like I never done it afterwards. Let's go with the building manager real quick. Let's call the building manager. Ohio, building manager, son. I'm Miyamoto, the building manager of Chilla's residence. I think Leon only kind of saw it in RE6. I need to actually play that soon. I'm from room 705. There has been a serious incident. Please help me. This is Miss Nina, correct? By the sound of it, you're in trouble. Please calm down for the time being. I'm nearby. I'll be there right away. Please wait. I will be right there. What should I do? The hideout here comes. Jay Games, what the penis? Thank you for the 14-month resub. Much appreciated. What the penis? Thank you for the 14-month resub. Much appreciated. Those iPhone. I think that's more Android than iPhone. I give you 1 minute. 1 minute. What the penis? Yeah, what the penis? No one really knows the true. Do I really have to hide? Do I really have to hide? Until they come? 30 seconds! Try getting behind him somehow. I was thinking about that as well, but like, you know. 20. Yo, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feel like I'm being watched now. Oh shit! They closed the thing. No more battery. Wait, what? Oh, that's me. Oh fuck. Oh shit, he's there. Look at that. He's just there. Ah! Whoops! Whoops! Oh my god, his head! Why play this now? You make me feel like this. Well, it's a parasocial relationship though, so there's that. Okay, fine. I suck. Sorry. Wait, what the fuck? There's like 2 people right there. You made me jump scare because you screamed. I didn't realize he would come that quick. He came. Fuck this game. This game is fucked. This game fucked, man. Oh, it's the same. Okay, it's the same guy again. Okay, hold on. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. He's gonna get flowers in the bathroom again. Fuck. He's gonna get flowers in the fucking bathroom again. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I can technically like go behind him, huh? I didn't realize the guy would actually come and just like fucking contort his head on me. It was like really fucking scary as fuck. Like he contorted his head like that. There. Try calling someone else though. I don't know who to call. Cause okay, I have whatever it is. Hold on. Like I have police officer. I have the boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend, and then I have the person, whatever it is. This game has to be worse than the saw pig watching you. Like, look, my door's open now. Like, goddamn, my door's open. Look at that phone. You know what's the weird thing right now? Like, I'm alone at home at the moment. And this is like really spooky for me because I'm actually alone at home at the moment. My grandma's not here yet. I'm making sure to look behind I'm actually looking behind my house now. Not my house, my room now. Like, what the fuck? Be wary of your surroundings. Be wary of every surrounding that you have. Oh, sorry, I'm typing to someone. Oh, wait, hold on. Contact Jules, my boyfriend. No! Contact Rikia. Do I really want to contact Rikia? Sure. That's the ex-boyfriend though. So I don't know. It's like the ex-boyfriend. Hello, Nina? AR-75. Rikia, I'm in trouble! Can you come to my place right away? I'm not sure what's going on, but you need me. I happen to be nearby. I'll be right there. I'm happy you trust me. I will protect you no matter what. Fucking, simp. Fucking simp. Get dumped? Yo. You're leaving, goodbye. Alright, have a good one, Top. Take care of yourself, by the way, and thanks for stopping by. As always, sucks to be RS25. Not leaving before this shit ends. Oh shit. What do you think of Rikia? Rikia is a bad person, honestly. But I have no clue what to do, honestly. Oh god, I can't even. Oh, okay, well, whatever. Hold on. Go, 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 go! Go, go, go! Okay. What have you missed? You missed out being stalked by someone. Like, I'm literally being stalked by someone at the moment. How am I supposed to know if he's gonna come out? Or do I really have to wait it out? Do I really have to wait it out? Garage called me for my car. 1,600 euros? No way. Fuck my life, dude. Just come out of the closet. Oh, you know, I will be a closet gay forever. I'll be a closet furry forever, man. No, because like Gawain got into an accident or something. What's a furry? You don't need to know. You don't need to know. Oh fuck! Op. Okay, but like, huh? What the fuck? I'm picking some flowers. Yeah, I'm picking some flowers in the fucking bathroom. Can I not do anything about it? Oh, you know what? You know what? What if I just... Okay. Here's a dumb thing. What if I just change... Which day is the one that I went to the grocery... No, the convenience store. Is this the convenience store? No, this is not the convenience store. Wait. This is the convenience store. Pissing and taking a dump. He's getting flowers. He's just taking a dump while getting flowers in the toilet, though. An enthusiast for animal care. Shut the fuck up, RS25. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna do the strum stuff. And then stream. Hello! Welcome to my stream! Well, while I do stuff, because I do not know what stuff am I supposed to be doing. Oh my god, feet. True. Where's the fucking lever again? Oh, hello. Sorry. Oops. Oh god, another duo. Yeah, it's a duo stream on top of a duo stream that I have like 1,500 viewers now. Imagine me having 1,500 viewers, Copium. This way, right? What the fuck? Duel for partner? Wanna get my water bottle, but I'm scared. Just go! Let's go! Also, I know the parts of the game already because I've played this just now. I just need to actually do this again. Oh fuck, hi. Wait, actually? Can I go this way? No, I can't. So I have to, like, literally get towards the police officer. Yeah. There you go. Why? Go! Surely no one's gonna be right behind you. I have 980 viewers now? God damn. Game in a game? True. Nearby convenience store. Okay. What the fuck, my dude? If Joe gets partner in the game, he gets it in real life. True, honestly. Jay's the person in the game. Yo, Jay's the stalker in the game. He's stalking me. Jay Gaines wants to be my boyfriend. That's why. I can't believe this. Jay Gaines just really wants to be my boyfriend. God damn. He has a parasocial relationship now. Look behind you? No way! Jay Games right behind me this whole time. Jay Games actually flew all the way from the UK to Singapore just to fucking stalk me, surely. Bussy. This car literally fucking speeds and then like brakes so fucking like close to me. Like holy shit. Don't trust getting my water bottle. No, I'm playing. How are you blaming me? I'm just playing the video game and this chick's big as fuck, honestly. Look at how big the chick is. What do you mean that makes sense? What else do I need to get? Look how big this person is. You play this shit game which now makes me No, you're not gonna get watched. I swear. Holy shit, she's huge. I wonder what kind of dildo she actually puts in her. Is there anything else I need to get? What else do I need to get? Michael Myers' sister? True. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Oh no, it's my ex-boyfriend. I can't believe this. Store is very shiny. Very shiny indeed. How are you doing, Mark? Oh yeah, by the way, Michael Myers. Okay. I got my water bottle down. Heck yeah. I promise that's who that big... What? The Bat remake? No way. Your ex? Yeah, my ex is here. Is the guy. Oh shit, hello! Ohayo gozaimasu! No, I don't want to hear it. Hey, what are you doing? I have evidence. Yeah, okay, I had to block him. I heard that what happens if you just run out of the store with it? I mean, to be fair though, I can't. Hugging down. Singaporeans live in tunnels, is that true? What? Singaporeans live in a tunnel? No way. We don't live in tunnels. We're not gremlins like fucking UK people. Like UK people live in the fucking tunnels and the drains. Smile. I honestly thought my psycho ex was watching. Oh Jesus. Jesus Christ. They live in fancy apartments at Orchard Road. Shut up. Wait! Clip off! Where the fuck are you from? Are you actually also from Singapore as well? Is Clip off gonna be my next stalker? Oh no! Oh no! My cousins are from there. Oh, okay. Wait, so where are you from then? If your cousins are from Singapore, where are you from? Yeah, yeah, cool. Hello. San Francisco and Manila? Oh shit, we got a Filipino! Goddamn Filipinos. We got more Filipinos right now. Singaporeans live in caves. I don't live in caves. Shut up. Okay. I'm being followed. I'm being creeped out. I'm scared. Okay, so I need to not... So I need to not reply to, that guy, by the way. I need to not... I need to still block the fucking, the guy. Boyfriend. Think I'm a jerk. I'll make sure to stalk Juho when... Shit! Oh no! I'ma just say this. I'ma just say this though. Like I'ma just say this. If someone ever stalks me, please be a hot girl. Please be a hot girl that actually stalks me. I want to be a psycho crazy hot girl instead of like a guy. I'll be scared if it's a guy. I don't have to be scared if it's a hot girl because I can probably think that a hot girl is actually thinking of me. Bro, no. I swear. Okay. You're almost as bad as a Fortnite guy right now. True. You get a guy with a fat cock and you like it. Oh man. Wait, if he thinks it's any better if it's a girl, then I believe he doesn't understand what stalking means. No, I know what stalking is. Shut up. Okay. So okay. Leave blocked. Yeah. Okay, we'll leave that guy blocked. Fuck him. He's gonna get blocked. No way in hell am I gonna get like fucking you know, building manager. Excuse me, excuse my abruptness. I may be meddling, but have you been a victim of stalking recently? If any stalking. I was inspecting the building today. I happened. Holy shit! It's my friend. Huh. Wait. Have you been a victim of any stalking recently? I was inspecting the building today and I happened to spot a suspicious man hanging around Nina's room, which I found curious. I took a photo of him, so I will send it just in case. The suspicious man and this woman were talking. Is this woman an acquaintance of yours? I am sorry if this was a misunderstanding. If there's anything I can assist you with, please let me know. Asuka-tan. That's impossible, but that photo, I have no choice. I have to block her. So I just blocked Asuka because of the fucking building manager just saying that. Lamau. Oh shit. Oh shit. It's back again. So pitiful, abandoned by your best friend, forever alone, just like me. I'm here alone, living in darkness. You see, we're the same. Okay, yeah, it's the same thing all over again. So we had to stab this guy then. Okay. Nothing really changes. Maybe now the ex-boyfriend is gone. Yeah, maybe now the ex-boyfriend is gone. Oh wait, whoops. Forgot to even do this again. Hello? How the fuck does he come up from my fucking, like, okay. How the fuck does he come up from there? Like, that's really creepy as fuck. How do you do that? How does one do that, honestly? I don't know, I just picked a choice where like I still block my ex-boyfriend though. Is he outside? Bam, he's dead. Do you see the leaked Starfield start? No, I have not. I know someone actually posted it, but I don't remember who posted it, honestly. Hello? Asuka? Hello? I just got stabbed. Yeah, stabbed. That's it. I'm so stoked. What do you mean stoked? You got a key from Starfield? Hey, yo! Let's go! Ultimate Edition. Me too. I actually got one as well. Yeah, I got one as well. I got it from a Keymailer. Keymailer was like, yeah, Bethesda chose you, selected you to play Starfield. I was like, yeah, hell yeah. You have contacts? Hell yeah. See, I got it from Keymailer. Wait, okay, now question. Is your embargo 5 days earlier than everyone else as well? Because my embargo for the game is 5 days earlier than, like, everyone. So I can play the game, like, on September 1st. You have no embargo? So you can play it right now, then. What's embargo? Embargo is, like, it's like a certain date or end time that, like, a game can be released or, like, can be streamed without crossing over NDA. So mine is that I can stream 5 days before the game actually comes out. Because I don't want to break the trust of my friends. So you can play it right now. Interesting. Okay. No, I didn't pre-order the game. I didn't pre-order the game. I got a key from Bethesda. I got the key from Bethesda, and that's about it. Yeah, I got a key from Bethesda, but I'm supposed to be playing it on September 1st, if I'm not mistaken, or September 2nd. And then, like, I can stream the game, like, 5 days earlier than, the people who actually will be playing. So I got, like, 140, like, I got the $145 premium ultimate key for free. That's poggers. Is it because of, like, whatever it is? Is it, Game Pass? Game Pass seems to be, like, a reasonable reason. Hold on. Yeah, this is Game Pass. See, I told you it's Game Pass, it's Xbox Game Pass. I'm still scared. It's called Asuka. We're gonna call Asuka then. All right. Unblocked. But yeah, I got a key from the Bethesda. I'm still waiting for the key anyway, so I think the key will be out on 1st September if I'm not mistaken. But like, I have to not talk anything about the game for now. Are you ready to see Joe complain for another? Dude! I play Fallout and Borderlands. I'm probably not gonna be complaining about this one. Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, like, fucking Bethesda, man. Asuka. Shinji! Asuka! The people from Evangelion. Evangelion? Whatever it is. It releases at the same time worldwide. $8 p.m. EST on... Huh? Wait, is that... Wait, no, that's the embargo, right? That's the embargo. The game comes out like 6 days later or 5 days later, if I'm not mistaken. Right? What's the release thing? Oh, that's early access. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense then. I didn't know that was early access, honestly. Can I look at the peephole? Did I break the... Oh, I thought I broke the door. I was like, uh-oh. I broke the door, man. That's gonna suck if I broke the door. Okay. Dude, is she tall? She's taller than me. What the fuck? Damn. Sorry, I saw her feet. Guys, I swear I'm not horny. I swear. Okay. Let's see about this thing real quick. Literally everyone's taller than you. No! It can't be! What if Asuka, what, brown? What the fuck is brown? What do you mean by brown? Short. Shut up! Shut up! Damn, what a phone. Is the guy still gonna be there? Oh shit, his hand is going away. That's it. Shit. Brown is the color. I know what brown is the color. Oh, why is brown? Oh, why Asuka is brown? I thought you meant what is Asuka brown. I was like, huh? What? Brr. Bruda. Okay, contact. I'm not gonna contact the guy. Do I have to contact Asuka? Which one do I contact, honestly? I'm gonna contact Asuka then. Oh, wait. What happened? Wait, what happened? Asuka's ringtone? I think it's coming from the balcony. Oh my god, no way. No fucking way. No. Are you serious? Asuka? Go next door? Yes. Enter? I guess we enter. That's not the convenience store though. It's the video I saw. Oh my god. I'm scared. Who would do such a terrible thing? What the fuck? No way! Holy shit! Oh my god! Whoa! Asuka! Oh no! Hello? Nina! What is this place? It's the room next door. The balcony was open. But I'm glad. You're okay, Nina. Anyway, don't worry about me. Get the police now. It's too dangerous to stay here. Quickly, before he sees you. Oh shit! He's here! Hurry up! I'm running! I'm getting the fuck out of here! Woo! Wait, is it a big woman? I don't even know. The stalker lives next door all along. What the flying fuck? No way! Bruda! Oh! 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 Run! 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 Get out of here! Get out! Get out! Holy shit, he's coming! He's coming! He's coming! He's coming! Guys! Holy shit! What, are you a chimpanzee? Hello! I need help! Help! What? Oh, what's wrong? Why are you in such a hurry? It's no good for a girl to walk alone at night like this. Let's go back to your room, alright? What do you mean, caught? Bruda! What do you mean, caught? I wanted to just talk to her! Bruda. Bruda. They're all the stalkers, man. How you doing, Amma? I hope you're doing well. Why am I a chimpanzee? Because this guy is coming. He's coming for me. He's coming. Dude, he's coming. He's fucking coming. Look at that. Look, he's coming. Holy shit, he was so close. They're too organized, true. Is she gonna chase me down? Oh, hello. Excuse me, something happened. It's dangerous for a young. Oh no. Run away. No! 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 What? Ah! Ah! Ah!
16日 SNS などで活躍する
What the
女性犯罪者の自宅に見知らぬ男が入り込んだ事件で、今日主犯格の男など男女4人が逮捕された
No
と
way!
警察への取材で明らかになりました。
No
逮捕され
way!
たのは主犯格で指示役の会社員。
Holy shit, his mouth is fucking wide. The guy on the
母親
left,
で
the
不
far
動産
left.
業を営む宮本由紀子容疑者。
All of them were
母親
were
の
doing everything like that.
パートの白田詐欺夫容疑
Buddha.
者。
No
実行
way.
役の無職悪臭共和容疑者の4名とみられています。警察の調べでは主犯格の宮本力也容疑者は事件の5日前ほどから元交際相手である被害者に復縁を迫っていたといい、力也容疑者は被害者に対して付きまといや盗撮、ストーカー
Oh my god, more. Yeah, there's
悪臭
four.
容疑者
Yeah,
に
four
対し
suspects.
被害者
Sorry.
宅への侵入を指示した疑いが、他3名には力也容疑者の犯行に手を貸した疑いがそれぞれかけられており、
Huh.
白田容疑者には自身を警察官と偽って被害者と接触していた疑いもかけられています。
So all of these were like fucking
4人は
together
概ね容疑を認めている模様です。
to get
続いてのニュースです。
a VTuber. To just get a VTuber, and that's about it. Wow. Okay. Just to get one VTuber, and that's about it. All because we showed our face. It's like, yep, that's it. Oh shit, it's the Nikujaga. I'll give you the Nikujaga. That sounds like a slur. I still think that is like a slur. Thanks. Looks delicious. Oh, sorry. Just that the last time I made you this dish feels like a distant past. Those guys. Wait. When are we? No, stop. RS25, stop. Now. Don't do that. Tonight's the hurricane. Wait, the hurricane in Florida? Take care of yourself, man. Those guys, looks like they got caught. I'm so glad. But who would have thought that they were all in on it? Nina, the things you had to go through. If only I had noticed how serious it was, something like this wouldn't have happened. That's not true. Asuka, you're the reason I'm here now. Thanks for putting it that way. Ugh, you should move out already. Yeah, be careful not to repeat the same thing. I thought hurricane season was over. Which reminds me, what was it? I heard the developer released a new game. Didn't you mention that the game was too difficult for you? I heard the developer released a new game. What was it? No! It's the convenience store! Oh no! Oh no, guys! Oh no, guys! What am I supposed to do? No! 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 What is it called? A convenience store, I think? I hear it's not as tricky as Akamanto. It's a Japanese-style horror game, and I hear it's easier on casual players like you, Nina. Do check it out. Yay, we got a true ending! Cool. I didn't realize this game was that short. Cringe music. Yo, Japanese music, pretty cringe. How you doing, Shy? I hope you're doing well. Oh my god, C5 is a fucking goddamn C5. C5 is a supporter of this game. Jank game, but okay. It's a jank game, but it's an okay game as well. I don't know if anyone was fucking speedrun this game, then cool. I don't even know if I want to speedrun this game. Has anyone speedrun this game yet? Hold on, let me actually check. Let me check right now. Has anyone ever speedrun this game? Because I only played it for like 2.5 hours. I didn't realize it was gonna end that quick. Play real video game. True. Like I have to actually play real video games now. But honestly, I have no idea if I have a lot more time to fucking stream today. My only reason is because I have to wake up early tomorrow. I have to wake up early at like 6 a.m. and then I had to bring my grandma to the hospital at like 8 a.m. in the morning. Did I say 6 p.m.? 6 a.m. Sorry. Co-op screen with grandma went. Well, I had to go out to, I had to go to the hospital at 8:40 a.m. in the morning. Jewel break the game. Jewel beat the game. Not he broke the game. He beat the game. So that's about it. Tomorrow I'm gonna see about stuff real quick. Tomorrow I really do want to play another game as well, but also at the same time, what do you mean I never wake up at 6? Sometimes I sleep early. Okay, sometimes I sleep early once I get tired, and then I just like, yeah, I'll wake up, bitch. But yeah, I need to tell my grandma to actually, like, how you say, take care of herself right now, and then like do a lot of stuff as well. Looks like it froze. It's just the fucking it's this menu. That's it. It's just silent. The game is just silent. I have no idea why. Yeah. Play FF74. I don't have any games. I don't have any other games. I just have these right now. Like, these are the ones that are like kind of installed at the moment, as you can tell. I got these, and it's very little at the moment. Like, I don't have any other games to like fucking play at the moment, honestly. Dark Souls. I'm not gonna play Dark Souls. Shut up. I think the next time around that I'm gonna be streaming is probably on Thursday, I think. And on Thursday, I think I'm probably gonna be streaming something else. I'm not too sure. I was actually thinking about streaming something else, but also, if you guys do not know, Thursday, I will be on, well, okay, Wednesday night. If you guys want to catch me on Wednesday night, I will be on Games Done Quick, running Ju-on Speedruns from the Crypt. I'm not too sure if I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. If I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, then cool. Otherwise, I'm actually gonna be stopping stream right now. I'm gonna end stream for tonight. 2 hours of streaming. I'm so sorry. It's like very short. I know it's very short, but I'm gonna help take care of my grandma today. Later on in the morning. So yeah. So I gotta sleep quite early today. I did mention yesterday that today is gonna be a very short stream, and I wanted to keep it as short as possible as well. So yeah. What do you mean, fuck you? No fucking Juho. Anyways, thank you guys for saying goodbye. I will see you guys. Fuck you. Stop it. Stop fucking me. Stop. Don't you dare fuck me. Take care of my grandma. I'm not gonna dispose her. She's actually at home at the moment. Dude, she's at home. You can totally hear her. She's at home at the moment. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for actually watching. Thank you guys for staying on the stream, watching the stream. Means a lot to me. Who can I host? I'm gonna host it off to... You know what? I'm gonna host it off to fucking Punchy. Punchy's actually doing fucking ill bleed. And he's gonna be on the hotfix. On like the same hotfix as I am in the next couple of days. So yeah. Okay, Amai, fire up your stream right now! Anyways, thank you guys for sticking by. I will see you guys. Take care. Love you guys. See you on Thursday, I would say. I hope Thursday I would stream. But otherwise, if it's not Thursday, then it's like I guess tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, then Thursday. So yeah. Anyways, take care. Love you guys. See you. Bye.